What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Darkness Falls back with another video. So yeah, man, we are here to talk about some more things about NIKKE. So yeah, man, as you guys know, man, we do got a new update on the horizon, and I did go over the breakdown of that winter event in my last video. Make sure you guys go check that out. So now we're here to just talk about some things that's particularly going on with the game, or where people may be at, where their account is, and just some other things, because a lot of people fail to understand the message on a lot of people calling out certain things. If it's not, people talking about censorship or even just the game itself. And I just want to go over some things because people fail to understand NIKKE have some problems beyond the censorship. So let's go ahead and address those. So first, like I said, I just want to give you guys an account overview of where I'm at. This is my current account here. This is the only account I have, and this is where I'm at. Farming every day and playing it. So I've been playing it, recently. I've been playing it today. That's where I'm at. I'm at the 120. Where a lot of my characters, I need a couple more core dust to start going past 121. So I have one last 4-star character to go over. But as you guys see, I do have a dupe for Scarlet. I do have a dupe for Privity, and I do have a dupe for him. And I also have a dupe for Maxwell. But as you guys know, Maxwell is the 3 burst, so I can't really put her in that team. But as you see, man, my squad power is almost 36,000. I've teamed 30 NIKKEs, and of course manufacturers are different, so your mileage will vary. But this is just the basic info, man. This is what my outposts look like. So we got 17 members in the synchro, 120 there, and just some other things. So nothing too crazy. This is where a lot of people are currently kind of stopped at, especially if you are free to play, or if you're a light spender. If you haven't spent too much in the game, your progress is going to be halted. So this is like I said, is around that area if you haven't even played it like that, or casually. But let's come out of here. So like I said, that's just one of the things where you guys see, man. It's where you could be hard capped at. And of course, you got to keep, going into the outpost and getting certain things. So let's go over, just like I said, the more core things or apparent things with the game, and do that. So I know a lot of these things do this, and I know I ain't clicked on a couple of things, but a lot of times, a lot of these things here are bug. As you see, I claimed this already. This is there. Not a big deal. Small bugs like that are, not the issue. Nobody cares about those. But the main core issues is things like this. Let's go to the inventory, and we're going to go over one of the first big issues. A lot of people are here talking about modes. So as you guys see, I don't have any gold modes, but I do have some purple ones that about to eventually fill up. So when it comes to modes, I don't have a gold one to put up, but I'll just put up this one just because. So when it comes to these purple ones, and of course the gold ones, as you get those, they're kind of not that good. Now, if every mode guaranteed a SSR or whatever, people won't have any incentive to have to spend on the game. So I do understand the rates of the modes, but what they can improve about the modes, especially the gold ones, I can care less about the SSRs. I mean, about the SR one, sorry, is that they can improve it on the quantity as how you can get them, or improve the rates if they don't want you to get it. So it's very hard to get modes in the game. And a lot of people will tell you, if you go to the shop, you do not want to gamble on modes when you spend those points from the shop. So we're going to go to the shop here in just a second. But like I said, these modes are kind of terrible. And you also have these here, as you eventually get these from the, the tower. And as you can see, they can even mess up here. So you have R units and SSR, and of course SM here. So here you telling me I have to log in this tower all day. I'm using Elysium as the main just test. You tell me you want me to log in this tower, eventually get this up, and then have a probability to pull a R unit. They shouldn't even be here, and the SR should be at a lower rate, maybe 2% compared to this. Like, how's the purple mode 60 to 40 and beyond? This one's 50 to 30 to 20. This should be higher because this actually take longer to obtain. So like I said, modes is a big problem with the game. They can rework it to a better way that it's, maybe easy obtainable, or rates are changed around depending on how many we get. This game is stingy with resources. That's why I always tell you guys, if you have not participated, say if you retire or you play another game, if you didn't participate in a no call ID event, or did not do any of the events that's currently going on right now, you're going to be even more at a disadvantage because the events have everything in them. So as far as another thing, core gameplay with NIKKE is, of course, we have the characters. Move myself out of the way here. All right. So as you guys see, like I said, these are just my characters that I've got. I am totally free to play. I have not chose to spend any money, and I haven't spent any money because, like I said, the core aspects of the game needs to be fixed. Again, people who are crying or going crazy about the or taking the side, I would say, people who are having legitimate complaints about censorship are being told that it's not about the censorship. I mean, it's told that the game is this and that because of the censorship. I'm talking about a lot of things that's broken with this game without even bringing the censorship up. So the people who are complaining about the censorship, who I'm on the side on, have legitimate complaints, just like I have a legitimate complaint about things that are not the censorship. The censorship is just one thing. So yes, like I said, we have the current list of characters here I have here currently, and a lot are missing. So it's a lot of things that's wrong with this game when it comes to the character. And I have this up as well on Pride One. And this is the site that a lot of people have put some effort in. So shouts out to the people who do maintain and update this information here. Thank you for this reference. But yeah, man, you can donate to them if you can, or join them on Patreon, whatever you can. So do that if you can, because this is a very useful site. So I brought up Pride One because when I brought up the list of characters, these are the known bugs that are currently in the game. So a lot of people, if you didn't care, or I'm not sure if you're a meta slave, a lot of these units here will impact your account a lot. A lot of these people on this account are missing on mines. I do have, I would say, one person on this list, as you can see, or two actually, but I did not get them because I even knew they were bugged. I summoned on the game before this list came out, so I didn't do it afterwards. So I have a Helm, of course. Like I said, I liked her as you followed, and I did have Privity. I wanted her on my account as well. Other than that, the other characters are currently bugged. As you can see, all the changes and fixes, they are there, on there. So a lot of people got to understand is that these units is going to make or break your account to progression wise. People talking about the shotgun meta, a whole bunch of other stuff. But as you can see, we're talking about the characters once again. So let's look at this list. This is just a few, but I'm pretty sure these are marks. As you can see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. So currently right now, this is not an opinion. This is a fact. There are 30. Listen to me. There are 30 bugged characters in the game. So like I always mention, being able to play the game in the state that it's in is fine, as long as we know that they are working on to fix it. So I play the game not because of the censorship. I play the game knowing that, yeah, they released the game a lot earlier than they should. At first, it was delayed. We had to wait a couple months or a year for them to fix a couple things. But now we got a game that's not even complete in a sense, and they're just going about it as they go. Now, I don't have a problem playing the game in its current state. as long as we know the changes will be implemented. And when it goes to expecting something from a developer, a lot of times that's what you're going to just keep doing. You're going to keep waiting on them to fix things and nothing's going to happen. But like you guys, I just showed you guys, this is a known fact. This is documented. This is tested. You can go on Pride One if you want to read it for yourself. I can put a link in the description. It is on my last video. I did put a link there. Turn on my alarm there. But yeah, man, there are 30 bug characters. You can go in here and read it for yourself if you want to know all the details. Or you can say, man, I have Haran or this person. Why was she doing this much damage? You know what I mean? It's right here. It does way more damage than it should. So people got to understand that, hey, you was able to do this because of that. Or when like I said, when they do fix it, when they get around to it, what's going to happen? So they're not even addressing these 30 bugs from all 30 of these characters, but they're worrying about something else. And a lot of people are trying to detach from that attention. People have been calling for these bugs to be fixed, but people are trying to use the censorship drama as the main reason why the game is going to fail. No, this is one of the reasons why the game is going to fail. I just went over the modes. So again, there's just two things I touched on, two things that I just touched up on that's currently plaguing the game and plaguing the experience that people are having. And like I told you guys, I don't hardly have any of these bug units, and they don't really affect that in that sense. So I got a few tabs up. A lot of these I didn't go over all, but I'm just going to skim through those. So characters, we're gonna go get it out of here. So now we have the character profile. Of course, this is just, you know, yada yada. You are going to have to limit break the characters. One thing about the limit break, as everybody know, is very expensive to limit break these characters, and it's going to take all those copies to get all those stars to characters, so you cannot be at the cap at 200. There are some videos out already what it's going to look like after 200 or whatever. Now that's not too bad because not everyone's going to reach that thing over time. Of course, the whales, people who have already got there, I mean, they spent so much money on the game already. If you're there, they deserve to be there. You know, that's just how it is. People who hate on people like dolphins or whales, they have a problem. People who choose to spend a lot of money on the game, it's their money. Let them spend the money on the game. If you're F2P like me, you want the whales to spend money. That's how the game is going to survive. But again, you do want the game to improve. So people like me, people who do pay for games, can spend money as well. So I spent money on Genshin. I spent money on Punishing Grey Raven. I spent money on Tower Fantasy. I don't mind spending on this game. The problem is the game has not earned my money yet. So now let's continue going. The skills are crazy to upgrade. We're going to get into that in a second because I do have these tabs here at the top. Equipment, not too bad. And then, of course, some of these other things are just there. You can reset. I do like the reset button, but I always told you guys when I first started playing the game, I do not like the sync system. So let's go ahead and get out of here. Here's the stage penalty. This was one of the other issues that you have, and this is one of the issues that I have currently in the game. You guys got to see my power. I'm a little bit lower, almost 36,000, and the current stage that I'm on are 36,000 and above. And I think it is the attribute for that stage is fire. Now you can get away with playing certain stages without the recommended attribute, but as you get towards more of the thing towards the end, and if you're not using the bug characters that I showed you guys, you're not going to progress through those stages. So like I told you guys, some people are in that mix of chapter 12, 13, 14, whatever, where they can't do anything else because they don't have the resources, they don't have money, they don't have whatever it is. The stage power means a lot. If your stage power is not close to the stage, you're not going to be able to beat it. It was even worse before they updated it a little bit, but it's still bad to a point where if I'm still 50 off or 100 off and I don't have pure fire units, if the stage is fire, I can beat it. I beat a stage that I've been lower, but I had to have the recommended element. And fire is not one of my strong suits on my account because I only have like 2-3 of them at best, and they're not up to par. But eventually, like I said, I have one more character to get to 121, and then I can just buy that out because I have enough money, and I'll be able to at least go up to like 130. I just have that one breakthrough that I'm waiting for, and I'll be able to progress the story. Right now I can't, but the stage penalty is ridiculous. Now they do give you some tips on how to do it. We already know the level. You can't do much about it. The rarities, you can't do much about it. Limit break. The only way you can limit break is spend money. If you haven't spent your free to play gems, as you guys seen on my account, I have like 15,000 gems saved up. I already told you guys, more than likely I have to summon on the rupee banner and hope, I get some limit breaks and of course get the character that I want. Let's get out of here. So on to one of the last event. This is one of the last events that we had before this event, the no call ID. People already know they had a drama about this. When they first constructed it, the stages were too hard for hard mode at least. And it was, like I said, crazy. No one didn't like it. And we did have some people, man, prominent in the community who did speak up on it. And I do want to give a shout out to your boy Tamias. He's also used Pride One as well. He has been a vocal leader on trying to do certain things. Now, a lot of people have thrown him under the bus about the censorship situation. He has nothing to do with that. And he has always been on the player side. And he just made a most recent video today, which I did see. And like I said, he's a great content creator for them. And he said he already has no problem with calling out the developers, even though he worked with them. And I do understand his sentiment. And I do not appreciate people going at that individual, which he has nothing to do. So best of luck with him. And, anybody else who cover NIKKE who's been dealing with the flack. But yeah, no caller ID. We already know the drama situation. Hard mode's too crazy. It was not what it be. If you took advantage of this event, you got all the things out of the shop and whatever. I mean, your account should have grown significantly with that. Boom. Currently event that's about to go away. We have the high-tech toy. You do want to do this every day. Mine's already been done. Of course, you want to do the mini game as well. As you seen, like I told you, I have Maxwell. I don't have Lopless because I didn't summon for her. I do have Volume. Diesel, of course, everybody got for free. Rapids, Anna, and Neon, you should have them already. So you do want to have them in the thing so you can get more of those cubes. Because as you limit break the little mini game, you're just going to get core dust on the mini game afterwards. And you're going to need those to limit break your characters. I'm going to show you guys where I'm at in the game here in a second. So here, I don't have a lot of time here. So as you guys see, my 121s are 1, 2, 3, 4. For 4 right here. So I'm missing 5. So I have Mihara who's not in the sync. So once I get Mihara to 121, then I can start getting people up to I would say probably 125 at best. As you guys see, I have a lot of money and I do have a lot of other materials like the battle data set saved up. So it's going to happen. One thing I do want to note about NIKKE is that I do like the portability of being able to play it on multiple devices. As you see, this is LD player on there, but I do play it on my phone, which is an Android phone. And I do also play it on my iPad M1 and I don't have to transfer anything. So I like the portability of being able to just log in and play it on the go. That's one of the pros I do like about the NIKKE game. I don't have to put in a sync code and all this other stuff. I can just log in via email, and if they want me to relog in, I do that. They don't really ask me to log in as much, but I do when I have to. Make sure you guys keep up with your account info. But the high-tech toy, again, you want to do those events. Let's get out of here. Another core gameplay of the thing here is also the outposts. So if you guys have been improving your outposts, you should know. I showed you guys my outposts, things like my sync device, recycling room, all that stuff. I showed you guys what my stats were, and I did finish the academy. Most people are not finished with the academy, and they are almost towards the end of doing it. You want to get that done. You're gonna need a lot of money. But as you can see, man, there's some decent things you can do here. The jukebox is one of my most favorite things. The advisements are pretty fun. Listen to that dialogue there. And just other things. Like I said, this is just one thing that makes the game a little better. On doing that, like I said, it is needed though. Advancing your units, doing the sync, doing the thing there. Another thing about this here, the claim and the wipeout, these rewards need to increase. And I'm making this video because, again, I'm just somebody who plays the game just like everybody else, and these games needs these changes. Now, the battle data set or the money, if you think that's too crazy, they don't need to increase that. But the core dust that we get, that needs to be increased. This core dust rate that we get is very, very low, and it's hard to get more of it. So hopefully they do rework some of these changes. Then this is whatever. But like I said, any implemented changes they can do, like I said, I finished this already. Implement changes that they can do can make it better. Like I said, I never liked this sync device. I understand why it's here, but like I said, as they keep trying to improve the game, hopefully they can do that with that. So here, I'm not going to go in there. This is the spender's guide. I'm not going to get into this again, someone who hasn't spent any money, but for people who have light spending, you can view this on your own. Introduction. This is just what the game is marketed as. We're not going to get into that. If you are already on this video, you should already be well invested of what NIKKE is. Now we have the wish list system. So as you guys know, I'm not going to go over everything here, but as you know, when you create this wish list, you can't really summon on this because it's not that many gems that we get throughout the story and whatnot. And, you know, it's not a large abundance of it. So it's another issue with the game where, you know, we need more gems if you want to summon here, because on standard banner, people are not going to tell you to summon here because there's no rate up on pilgrims. And of course, the limited characters, but you won't be able to limit your characters if you do not summon on standard as much. So you have to be a little welly in order to get that thing going or have some crazy luck. As you see, my account is not bad by a scratch, but you know, of course, it can need some more units to improve. But as you guys see, man, this wish list system, we need more tickets, especially with all the issues that's going on in the game. I done went over a plethora of issues with the game where it could be fixed. We need more tickets to even deal with the compensated problems that we're having. Again, I've named so many things. This video is going on 20 minutes now. You know what I'm saying? And we need more tickets. These are the level requirements. If you want to go to these metrics, it's just going to show you how much resources it's going to take to get down here. So this is already done by people on this site who have done it. Here's the single device trick. These are some things, how to get people there. Some people who did not understand the tutorial of the sync device, and maybe this can better explain it so you can progress your account. Some people were very, very confused about this, and some still are. So you can look at that if you want to. Game modes, as you guys know, we got the campaign. The simulation room is a wreck. We'll get into that in a second. And, you know, just some other things, Inception and all that stuff. So we're going to go, I pull up the game mode separately so we can go past this real quick. Campaign, we already know what this is. I don't need to go talk about this. I already told you guys already about it though. We don't really want to talk about hard mode campaign, but I'm just talking about even normal. It's a wreck. We're not going to talk about hard mode. Hard mode, nobody can't touch. That's in the 40,000 range. 40,000, I think 44,000 right now where I'm at, and 36,000 on normal. So simulation room, we do want to see these. Or like I said, just overall, can't do much here. Once they need to rework the system. It's not a good thing. Buffs works for certain things. The buff system is stupid. Just make it to where the buffs applies to all the units. Of course, certain niche buffs like health or attack or defense or whatever, they need to rework the buff chain on this, and they need to make this rewards a lot better. Some people say they want to have this maybe every 48 hours and adjust the rewards accordingly. I wouldn't agree to that, but I wouldn't be opposed to it if they do it accordingly. But if you need the rewards right now, I can understand, you know, you may not want to wait. So like I said, it needs to be reworked. Another mode that we didn't really do much in, need a rework. Inception, this mode is horrendous. You can get some things here, and people are looking at exploits and things of trying to get past these, and some people have already put up videos how to get the purple boss rewards by doing exploits. I've never done it. That stuff can get you banned, and the thing is this thing is insane. Trying to get down there, you have to have a lot of DPS. You got to have that. Like I said, if you don't have those bug units, you're not going to be able to get high. So I'm stuck with a lot of blue armors. I don't really have a lot of purples yet. So come out of here. Need a rework. Tribe towers, already went over this with the modes. Need a rework. I mean, just the standard one is okay, going up the floors and you having a leaderboard and whatnot. But it's crazy. Like the one I'm in, I'm close. So I'm always like 5th place on a lot of mines. And a lot of people who are higher than me are all, you know, paid up. Like I said, as it should be. But, you know, rewards need to be reworked. Lost sectors, can't do this if you don't have the required power and stages. So this is locked away if you do not have the strong account. But yeah, man, overall, I just wanted to touch base on NIKKE and touch on the issues with NIKKE. And as you guys see, man, this video is going on about 25 minutes. I'm gonna just cut it short here. But we went through so many things about this game. And again, there are so many things wrong with this game besides the censorship. And I just want people to understand that. Like I said, the censorship outcry is justified. And I think it's ridiculous knowing that there are units here beyond Rupee who show a little something. Let's say even SR unit. I'm not going to even get into. I'm still Rappy. Rappy, for instance. Some people think this is crazy how it looks. You know, people want to say it don't look too crazy like a Rupee, but this is skimpy enough. You know what I'm saying? So Rupee wasn't too skimpy. They just trying to cut back on, like people saying, the age rating so that they can sell more to the thing. And I think it's ridiculous. I think this game can be a lot better besides just the characters, the game modes, everything else. And I think they need to go to the drawing board. If they can fix that first and say, hey, we need to also fix these other bugs in the game. But let me guys know your thoughts in the comments, what you guys are going to do. Are you going to still play the game or not play the game, or the censorship issue is still a problem? I'm just going to let you guys know my stance. I'm still going to play the game and I'm still going to cover it. And, you know, I'm aware of the issues and I'm just going to talk about them as we continue to go on. Like I said, they haven't deserved my money yet. Like I said, if they can come around and fix all the issues I just went over in this video, I would gladly spend on the game easily. So thank you guys so much for your time. Like, comment, subscribe if you ain't already done so. I'm Darkness Falls. Catch you guys in the next one.